Hey, Tom Olszewski with Coldwell Banker and Team Olszewski. And I'm here today with the 2020 first quarter French Valley and Winchester real estate market update. Wow, not only have we finished the first quarter of 2020, but we did it in the middle of a pandemic. We have experienced a couple of these over the years, but none at this level. So what does this mean for real estate in French Valley and the Winchester area? Well, for one, homes are coming on the market and they are selling. Inventory is real low, so this could actually be a good time to sell if you need to sell. I will show a chart of the last 7 days of activity in the Temecula, Marietta, French Valley, and Menifee areas so you can actually see firsthand what's going on. Homes are being bought and sold if needed. And yes, the overall volume is down, but if needed, we can safely buy and sell homes in this market. To some, it's a good time with low supply and still high demand. Our business model has changed, and I have a couple of videos to show how we are working through this and getting homes sold. I will have links to these videos at the end of this one for you to take a look at if you haven't seen them yet. So I've been creating these market reports quarterly, and if you find them useful, please hit the like and subscribe button either below or above, and subscribe and like the video. This is the French Valley and Winchester real estate market update. A lot of people also consider the Spencer's Crossing area part of French Valley, but the data in this report is comprised of the city of Winchester data only. So in this video, I will be providing detailed updates on how the French Valley and Winchester real estate market ended up the first quarter of 2020 and show how this quarter compares to the previous year. I will also give you some insight on what the experts are saying the 2020 real estate market will be looking like as we come out of this pandemic. And today, the County of Riverside is starting to make some changes. There is a lot of detail to look at in the future, so I will be creating a video that I will call the top 5 things you want an answer for during this pandemic. First, I want to review some news updates on the financial outlook for the country overall. Over the past year, the market sounded the recession alarm. The average financial forecaster was predicting a 33% chance of a recession over the next year, which is this year. And as of the beginning of this year, the new recession model was suggesting only a 20% probability. This was the 2020 U.S. Outlook recently published by Goldman Sachs. January and February of this year were 2 of the best months we have had locally at the beginning of the year in a long time for real estate. Well, that all came to a screeching halt in March. Again, I will touch base more on this in a separate video. So let's get to the French Valley and Winchester real estate market and how it ended the year. Overall, it remains steady and is still in a seller's market overall. Not a crazy seller's market like we saw in the spring of 2018, but pretty close. It's still a very strong seller's market with only 1.9 months of inventory and homes on average selling in about 26 days here locally if priced right. The number of active listings is much lower than a year ago, down 25.4%, but the total number of sales is up year over year 6.3%. As we head into the second quarter of 2020, we are not seeing the usual increase in the number of total active listings yet in all segments as we leave the lows of the beginning of the year and build for prime time real estate during the summer months. And as I have previously stated, even with this pandemic, it's actually a better market to buy and sell if you can do it, as affordability is very good, driven by low interest rates at conventional rates at about 3.25%, FHA, VA is down as low as 2.875%. The lack of inventory, with a lot of buyers still looking to take advantage of the low interest rates, could mean more money for your home if you sell now before the summer rush. So let's see how the overall real estate market looked ending up the first quarter of 2020 overall, and take a look at this last month year over year. So let's dive deeper and see what the detailed numbers look like here in French Valley and Winchester. First, we will look at the closed sales in the French Valley and Winchester areas at the end of March. And at the end of March 2020, there were a total of 51 closed sales in the city of French Valley and Winchester, of all price ranges and types of homes. This compares to 48 closed sales at the end of March 2019, which is a year-over-year increase of about 6.3%. The number of sales is above the 2019 numbers, and last year they did not start to pick up until April. Last year, sales had actually peaked in May with 60 homes sold, and that matched the best month of 2019. All predictions are indicating third and fourth quarters of 2020 should be a good time for selling and buying, especially if interest rates stay low as they are predicting and we come off total lockdown. The next biggest increase occurred in the under 400 to 699 segment, which is actually up 66.7% year over year. The biggest surprise came in the under 400,000 price range, as this segment has been strong throughout 2019 and currently has only 6 sales, with a decrease of 71.4% year over year. Next, we will look at the number of active listings. I have a slide on this to show the decrease in listings overall. And as of the end of March, there were 85 active listings in the area of French Valley and Winchester, which is down from 114 the previous year in 2019, decreasing 25.4%. This has been relatively flat since January. This number varies by segments, with the largest decrease happened in the 400 to 699 price range, down 29.4% year over year. It is important to understand these numbers, so if you want to sell your home and it doesn't look the greatest, with this less competition, it would be easier to sell. If you need to make improvements, we can help with that as well. We have a revitalized program, and if you go to our new video blog, I have videos covering that, and also what top 5 things you can do to get top dollar when you sell your home. The next important number we will look at is how many months supply of listings do we have in French Valley and Winchester. This, along with the number of sales, indicates what type of market we have today. Where are we in ending up this first quarter of 2020? So, are we still in a seller's market, or was there a shift with this pandemic? Well, the data as of the end of March shows only 1.9 months of inventory overall available for buyers. This is down 26.9% overall year over year. With the neutral point being 6 months, we are definitely still in a strong seller's marketplace overall, and pretty close to the crazy seller's market that we had the first and second quarters of 2018. Very competitive for buyers, especially on nice homes. Because of the diverse types of property we have here in French Valley and Winchester, there is a difference depending upon what segment you are interested in. The two opposite ends of the spectrum are the over 900,000 segment that had actually no activity this quarter, and the other end of the spectrum is the 400 to 699,000 segment that now has only 1.9 months of supply, making it for a very tight segment for buyers. If you have questions about your specific neighborhood or home, please give me a call or send an email. and I can give you specifics for your area in French Valley and Winchester and your particular home. Next, we look at home values. Are they still increasing here in French Valley and the Winchester areas? Well, the median sales price for March in French Valley and Winchester overall is $459,000. This compares to the beginning of 2020, where the median sales price was $415,000. This shows about a 12% increase year over year. Again, it is important to know that this combines all types of homes and price points. This overall number has a big dependency with how many lower priced homes and higher priced homes sell during this time period. The biggest segment increase was the $400,000 to $699,000 range, up 3.8%. It is different again for different areas within French Valley and Winchester. Predictions. So predictions are that housing growth will still maintain a positive growth rate for the next 12 months. Even if we should see an economic slowdown, and we definitely will, especially the second quarter is going to be a struggle in 2020 because of the pandemic. Home values are still predicted to increase in value. So just to show that the market is still strong here in our area, here are the numbers pertaining to the percentage of sales price to the original list price. Homes overall in French Valley and Winchester sold at 98.9% overall, increasing slightly by 1.3%. In the $400,000 to $699,000 segment, homes were selling at 98.9% of list price. So with the current lack of inventory, there is a possibility of bidding wars on homes in great shape in a great location. Every home, regardless of the year built, has a completely updated price and a needs work price, or somewhere in between. The next number to be aware of is the number of days a home stays on the market before selling. For the French Valley and Winchester areas, at the end of March, that number was 26 days. Pretty low, but pretty close to average. And this number reflects a whopping 40.9% decrease year over year. This is mainly because of the lower inventory we are currently seeing and buyers taking advantage of low interest rates. The last item I wanted to quickly provide an update on is how our mortgage rates are currently looking. Rates have remained steady. As of the end of the quarter, recent rates are floating around 3.25% for 30-year fixed. FHA VA is down at 2.875%, depending on the lender. It's down slightly again, and rates have definitely not increased like the experts were thinking they would this year so far, but they are expected to raise slightly in the second half of 2020 once we get through this pandemic. So if you have been thinking about buying your first home or upsizing or downsizing and need a loan this spring, is still a great time to sell and buy before these rates go up. 2019 was the best year for mortgage rates since 2011, but with the current low rates, 2020 could break that record, especially if they stay low. Loan limits have adjusted now for 2020, and for conventional, the loan limits are up to $510,400. For conventional, FHA is up $442,750 for Riverside County. Well, I hope this market update has been helpful. Stay safe while we were still under the stay-at-home guidelines. And if you have been thinking about buying or selling and would like more information, please feel free to contact me directly at 951-506-5744 or email at tom@timolsuski.com. If you would like to receive future market updates, please click the subscribe button either below or up top. There will be a slide at the end of this video as well on ways to contact us. The bottom line today, as I see it, even with the lockdown, it's still a great time to buy and sell with the low interest rates if you can do it. More inventory will pick up and buying will get a little bit easier. So this is Tom Olszewski with Team Olszewski and Caldwell Banker signing out. Make it a great day.